This choice will greatly affect the following events. Wait, what? Things change because of my decision? There are no wrong choices. Oh wait, we can finally find out what legend is. One doesn't need to be a mythic creature, an otherworldly being, or a deity is chosen to become a hero. This path may be grueling and full of temptation, but the mortal who treads it fully earns the right to call themselves a true legend. I can go back, right? What does this get you? The path to becoming a legend is long and difficult. After you become one, you will be the pinnacle of what a mortal can become. All your ability scores will be increased by 4. Your level cap will become 40. You still can only get to 20 levels in one character class. Oh, so you just start leveling up again from a whole other class? Weird. The amount of XP needed to level up will be drastically decreased. Oh, so you're going to smash out that second class really quickly. Corruption resistance. Beyond the abyssal corruption's reach, legend and all companions can rest up to 5 times after legends had cleared the corruption from themselves in a safe place. Wow. No. Oh, I don't want to lose God. Oh. Why? Why you changed my hair color and my skin color? I ugly. The gold dragon is a mighty, almost omnipotent creature that possesses powers beyond all others. The gold dragon is the embodiment of goodness, hope, and redemption. Gold dragon breath. You gain the ability to breathe holy energy, attacking all enemies in a 50 feet cone. Again, I'd have to go frontline. Dealing character level plus half mythic rank. D8 holy. Wait, what? Character level, not mythic level. Character level. What are we? 17? 17 plus half mythic rank. 17 plus 4 is 21 D8. Wow, that's the most damage we can get because everything else caps at 20. 21 D8 holy damage. A successful reflex save. DC is 10 plus 17, so 27. So 31. Halves the damage. It's probably not that hard to get, really. Look at the border. I just noticed the border changes. Oh, that's so pretty. Any enemy hit by the breath attack also gains a -1 penalty on all D20 rolls. Wow, suffer disadvantage, sir. Sorry, misfortune. Oh, sorry, no, -1 penalty. What am I thinking? I was thinking of misfortune. No, it's something different entirely. While all enemies who fail the reflex save get a -2. Ooh, that's actually very useful. You can use your breath attack once every 1d4 rounds. So basically, you'd be using it like once per battle. Maybe twice if it's a long battle. Sounds kind of amazing. But where did my hair go? Gold dragon form. You can assume the form of a gold dragon. Is that a single action or or is that, how does that work? Is it just a swift action? You gain the following abilities: a +10 size bonus to strength. Hey, yay! So that'd give me a whole +2. Oh yeah, that's gonna go far. Not. +8 size bonus to constitution. +8 form natural armor bonus. Yeah. Wow, she'll actually hit at 20s for her AC. It's a miracle. Blinds at 60 feet. You also gain 1 bite, 2 attacks, 2 wing attacks, and 1 tail slap attack. The gold dragon gains immunity to poison, disease, fear, confusion, paralysis, and sleep. He also gains resistance to all energies equal to his. Equal to his character level 17, but it's 21. But I've already got resistances. I guess they just added it. That's fine. Why 20 though? It should be 21. Do we only use round numbers? No, because that's 2 there. If any of your saving throw bonuses before modifiers is less than 9, you gain a bonus to up to that number. Oh, literally all mine. Would have been lower than that. I have terrible saves. If any of your attributes before modifiers is less than 14, you gain a bonus up to that number. Oh, so strength is +2, then in dragon form we go +10. So that'd be another +5? Right? So it'd be +7 to strike. Or with strength. Still seems like a bad thing for someone who has negative strength by default. All your hit dice are now yeah, so I don't know what hit dice do. Can you tell me about hit dice? No, it doesn't want to tell me about hit dice. What if I expand that and hover over hit dice? As a creature gains levels, it gains additional hit dice. Hit dice are used to determine a creature's total hit points. So you're basically just saying my HP goes up a shit ton. Oh, you can find out their hit dice by inspecting them. I didn't even know you could do that. It's news to me. All spells dealing... Finally! I was about to say, the previous version apparently didn't have anything for spellcasters. This does have something for spellcasters. All spells dealing damage now change their dice to d6. If it was not d6 or greater, they were all d6s. If it was a d6 or greater, the spell instead plus 1 bonus. That literally makes no sense whatsoever. Wait, you just get 1 bonus to damage per die? So if it's a 15d6, it's 15d6 plus 15. That's really unexciting. All your weapons count as +5 weapons. Yeah, that's really unexciting. This is exciting. I just don't think it's beneficial to somebody who didn't have strength to start off with. This would have been better for someone who's not a caster. I've kind of crippled myself by being one. So I think we're gonna just go with Azata. We're just gonna stick with what we know. It's a shame because I really want that, but nope. Oh, we're gonna see all the paths now? No. Damn it. Kinda wish I'd taken Demon, to be honest with you. It would have been very interesting. Oh yeah, these things. What do we want? Oh, I really don't have that much in the way of options. Do these stack? Oh, I don't have this yet. Mythic evocation. Or skill mastery. We already have skill mastery. Skill mastery doesn't stack. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Yup. I'll take that. It's not very exciting, but I'll take it. Don't want speed. Sorry, sneezing. Oh yeah, by the way. What was this again? A spell that targets individual creatures does 1 additional creature within 30 feet of the target. Right, yes, I'd quite forgotten about that. Target enemies. Spells that target enemies. Damage for 2d6 plus the right. Yep. I'd quite forgotten about my stupid magic. I was doing all this AoE spellage. Marvelous Endurance. Nope. Incredible Might. Nope. All Skilled. Nope. Life Bonding Friendship. I guess. What would we like? How to do something magical, I suppose. Okay, Darren, you and I are going to have to stand back to back. Even though you're really, really, really slow, I'm gonna need you to get your shit together. Yeah, I'm gonna need you. So, she shares the effects of all teamwork feats she has with allies within the 50-feet area. Yep. Cool. So allied spellcaster, I think we'll take. And then, more spells I don't bloody want. Take a stupid aid. What does Rage even do? -2 to AC? No. Target is fascinated. Ain't damage to the target automatically? Yeah, well, ain't that a bitch. Whatever. I don't really care about any of these. I'm not taking any of them. Just take it and move on. Burst of Glory. Don't really want any of these either. Heroism Greater, I guess. Serenity. You know what? We could use more Serenity. I'm not going to use it myself, but Darren can certainly use more Serenity. Be more violent. Okay, all this stuff we're not going to use. However, Winds of the Fall, sorry. Azata creates a 30-foot cone, right, of leaves that deals 1d10 slashing damage per 2 caster levels to all creatures in the cone for 2 caster levels. Caster is 17, so 16 divided by 2 is 8. So 8d10 slashing damage. A creature who suffers damage from a spell has to pass a will saving throw or become intoxicated. Intoxicated? What are they, drunk? For 1 round per caster level. Whenever the... Oh, wow. That's a lot of rounds. Whenever the creature under this effect makes a roll, it rolls twice and chooses the worst result. A successful saving throw reduces the duration of this effect to 1 round. Interesting. Songs of Steel. The spell grants the target additional 2d6 plus Azata's caster level. Azata's caster level. That's not good. That's 2d6 plus 8. Sonic damage for their first weapon attack. Oh wait, this isn't for me. This is for a friendly creature. Oh, that's nice. Okay, grants them an additional 2d6 and a bit sonic damage for their first weapon attack during a round. A +2 bonus to caster level checks made to overcome. Yeah. And a +2 bonus to all concentration checks and rises. Yeah. Okay, you ignore the first part. But the spell resistance is useful. Concentration check is useful. And the DC and saving throws is useful. Still don't see me doing it though. Ooh, Rainbow Starfall. That does not look like a Rainbow Starfall. One enemy creature within long range. 1 minute per level. That's a very long time. Why would an enemy be alive for longer than a minute? Jesus, you're doing something wrong then. My spell functions like Cool Lightning Storm, except Azata invokes a Rainbow Starfall. Every star deals 1d6 per 3 caster levels points of acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic damage, depending on the greatest potential of damage, taking into consideration the target's immunities and energy resistances. Oh, that's nice. You may call a maximum of 15 stars. Oh, I like the sound of that. How many times can I cast that? All allies within a 30-foot burst, set on target creature, protection of nature. Azata envelops her and her companions in a shroud of swirling leaves. Under this effect, all attacks against Azata and her companions suffer a 50% miss chance. You become immune to cold damage whenever an enemy casts spells against you. Whenever an enemy casts a spells cast against you, you've got 2 grammatical errors in the one sentence. Congratulations, you suck. They suffer 1d6 sonic damage per 5 Azata cast levels. Okay. It's not much extra damage, but we're not doing it for the damage. Damn, the rest of that's really cool. Joy of Life. Azata summons the power of life itself. Azata and her companions' attacks become sacred for 1 round per 2 caster levels. The spell restores all companions' spell slots up... Wait, what? Restores all companions' spell slots up to 5th level. However, it doesn't affect Azata's mythic spellbook. That's still amazing. Not that we use many low-level spells. That's not true. I use low-level spells. That means I can Scorching Ray to my heart's content. Use this, and then I get double the Scorching Rays. That's amazing. That is amazing. We never summoned a Phoenix. I get to get 2? I get to get 3? A Phoenix and a pair of Astral Davers for 1 minute. Wow. We need to do this. We need to be summoning Phoenixes. I haven't really done it yet. I'm really missing out on this opportunity. That was amazing. The choice is made. All you have to do is announce it to everyone. Perhaps I could have rejected this power, but how can I abandon my people and my dragon? That's a fantastic question.
Your pride will destroy you.
Bite me.
And perhaps all of Golarion with you. But I shall not intervene now, so as to avoid causing even more suffering to this world. Farewell.
You and your hand and everyone else who is so piously good really need to just stop being so righteous and irritating.
You are the embodiment of the Song of Elysium.
So I picked it.
A living symphony of freedom and joy.
Well, you know, that and the dragon. I can't even see my dragon. Ivo isn't even here. Where's Ivo?
It would have been so foolish for you to reject your powers. So
I'm not even looking at you, not particular.
So many
Talk to my
achievements
back.
lie ahead for you. Well, go now. capture Aurilu and prove which of you is making the best use of her invention. I'll be watching you.
The Demon Lord blows you a kiss and disappears. Oh, I should have let her actually blow the kiss, my bad. Dresden has been defended. Can my vendors please come back? I've got a lot to sell. A lot. Oh, and everybody else gets their mythic level up as well. Where's Anevia? Oh, that is Anevia. I was like, where's Anevia? Oh, she's right there. Lol. Grumbling under her breath, Anevia picks a burr from her clothes, wipes colourful alchemical goo off her sleeve, empties acorns out of her pockets, and shakes something that looks suspiciously like confetti out of her hair. Just look at this. You left the city at the mercy of the Free Crusaders, and see what they've done. I don't know if they're manning the defences or rehearsing a circus act. But I'm not really mad, of course. You all gave the demons such a thrashing, they probably haven't even come to yet. Erebeth would lose her mind if she could see what you've done to her beloved barracks. I'll need to be the first to tell her. First to see her and tell her everything. Ease her into it, you know. Prepare the ground. Put things in perspective. Anevia smiles, either pleased at having banished the demons or imagining the reunion with her wife. It's good that you're not mad at me, Anevia. Wait, I mean, you see, that came out wrong. I didn't mean to say that I was the one who wrecked the barracks. Ha! 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 You just incriminated yourself, you twit. Did everybody make it through all right? Dresden's still standing. Kinda. Although who knows how long for, with these crazies loose in the place. They're as happy causing all-round mayhem as they are thrashing demons. Fine, I'm glad to see that life has been restored in the city. Me too, you can smell it in the air even. It feels like spring already. Harry turns her head and takes a decisive sniff. How's the situation on the front? Unknown, learned the fate of the Heavy Inheritor. Her Majesty mustered all the troops she could, raised the sword of valor, and advanced on the demons. There's been no word from her since she left. Perhaps she's boldly taking eyes even now. I bet they're all dead. Maybe her bones have already been picked clean by demons. We don't know. I doubt anybody except you will be able to find out. Find Queen Galfrey. But that's not all. Baphomet's minions keep taking swipes at us. The scumbags are holed up somewhere. The Ivory Labyrinth, I'll bet. And they keep opening portals in different spots, dropping off a dozen units, and then closing the portal before we can get to him. We lost more scouts than I care to admit before we figured out how they were pulling off that little trick. Find the entrance to the inelectable prison. So we've got to try and make a runner for a portal before it disappears. Good luck with that. So here's what I'm thinking. Maybe you could get to one of those portals in time. You could be ready for them somehow, so that when one opens, you get inside and crack some skulls. They might even be holding the poor Herald in there. If he's alive, you can free him. How do you feel after seeing the goddess in the flesh? My ears are still ringing from those trumpets. After witnessing that sight, I don't think I could be surprised by anything ever again. As you just heard, I have to catch Aurilu. Any idea where I should look for her? I'm not going to catch Aurilu. I just want to have a nice calm chat with her. Not especially. She's been roaming the abyss all this time, but now that Avenue is closed to her, Nocticula and the other demon lords are all slavering for a piece of her. I think she's someplace around here, in the wound. Some nasty little place like Eyes, or maybe she went as far as Threshold. An entire army of demons, chased, enhanced by Nahindrian crystals, was being sent here. It's being led by a demon named Mutasafen. Do you know anything about that? Scouts reported the movements of a large demon army far to the southwest of Dresden. They were marching across a dried-out lake. There used to be a Sarkorian holy place there, I heard. But when they went, nobody knows. Where they went, nobody knows. They're not headed for us, that's for sure. At least, not yet. Thank you for the report. I'll be setting out without delay. Cascade of Fire. The scouts reported their large demon forces on the move near a drained lake in the heart of the Worldwound. Okay. Good luck, Commander. Let's do what nobody else has managed. Kick the demons back to the abyss through the hugest rift you can find. Only, you know what? No matter what happens out there, make sure you come back. My gut tells me that soon Dresden will be playing host to weird and wonderful folks from all over the world. Somebody's got to be here to meet him. And sorry, I don't want to be that somebody. Anevia smiles. Well, somebody's got to show the regular Crusaders, not the Free Crusaders, what springtime's like in the Worldwound. In other words, make sure you come back. Anevia hesitates, then adds a little sheepishly, it can't be Erebeth and drag her back here with you if you find her all right, or else Desna only knows what'll happen to her out there. If I find Erebeth, I'll drag her back just for you. Certainly not bringing her back for her own good, that's for sure. Are you finished talking about boring stuff now? Let's go and talk to our friends on the island now. We need to see how they're doing and ask them if anyone's showed up there. Somebody we saw in the abyss. We lost in the abyss, huh? If somebody showed up there. Somebody we last saw in the abyss. I know what you mean. Anyway, it's been a long time since Aranka gave me candy. We've got to go. It's important. Deal with the bladesmith.
Commander, we wanted to bend your ear about something. There's a highly delicate matter that we can't resolve on our own. We were just arguing about which one of us you'd choose if you had to.
I have not been romancing you.
Speaking, of course. Want to help us settle the debate?
I haven't been romancing you, Lan. I've just been friendly.
Drama on the crusade. Noble companions fighting over the commander. I would be loath to distract you from weightier concerns, of course. But there are more than two partners in this dance, and we're beginning to step on one another's toes.
Do I really have to choose only one of you? Lan, speaking purely hypothetically for the purposes of your debate, I'll pick you. Darren, without you, this crusade would be unbearably dull. If you leave me, I will surely die of boredom. There is no one here I would choose. I'm sorry, but I don't want to choose anyone. Nope, Darren.
Leaving you never even crossed my mind. Our fun will most assuredly continue. All in the name of the crusade, of course.
I'm looking at my wings.
Not everyone is able to enjoy the best that life has to offer. Not everyone is as fortunate as you and I, Commander. I can only pity those unfortunates who have been left with nothing today.
Oh, insult him when he's already been stabbed in the back. Sorry, Lan. I never intentionally romanced you. Oh, bloody Rachel. What the hell do you want? Rachel looks slightly more tense than usual. Lyria, I have fairly important news. I will do my best to be brief. The Hell Knight orders have not reacted well to the developments I mentioned in my latest report, specifically regarding the true source of your power. Again, you idiots should have just kept it secret. I mean, it affects literally nothing except to degrade our efforts here. The very notion that we've been cooperating with a weapon forged by Avili Vorlash in particular has caused discontent. The orders have not issued any official edicts, but many chapters and high-ranking knights have been recalled from their assignments and barricaded themselves in one of our outposts. The one you know, in fact. I suggest you go there and resolve the issue between the orders and the Crusaders. This is a matter of importance. How could you even think that reporting us to knights would be a good idea? Do you really think that I can withhold this information from my superiors? Don't degrade me or yourself with such a ridiculous suggestion. What kind of reaction should I expect from the Hell Knights? Any up to and including a formal declaration of war, which is why you must go to the outpost and resolve the issue before it devolves into open conflict. Very well, I'll go there whenever I can be bothered. Excellent. That is all I had to report, so I'll return to my duties and you may attend to your other affairs. At least he's to the point. Oh, Leota! Oh no, what's going to happen with Darren? Commander, the Inquisitor greets you with a bow. I am sincerely gladdened by your return, and I was delighted to hear of your recent victories. It is a shame that my duty has kept me away from the front line. I would like to take up a place in the ranks of your Crusaders, and perhaps I will still have a chance to do so, but before that happens, we must address another issue. I suppose you have already guessed what has brought me here. We parted ways after the discovery we made at Count Arunday's estate. You and I both know that the Count became a conduit from an unknown entity, which I will call the Other. I retreated to Nerosian, and then went beyond Mendev's borders, looking for mentions of such entities and ways to fight them. And now that my search has borne fruit, I am ready to tell you about it. Why did your search take so long? Because we are dealing with a rare phenomenon, a true anomaly. The Mendev Inquisition has amassed substantial experience in fighting demons, but here we are up against something completely different. I had to trawl through the archives searching for cases that seemed in any way similar. I sent inquiries to friendly temples and reached out beyond our nation's borders to experts on the unknown. It was dull and painstaking work, but it was necessary. So what have you learned about the Other? I must be honest, I still don't know what it is. However, I managed to find some evidence of similar incidents. Hey, my trunk is back. Individuals who, in a horrible moment in their life, became a gateway for an unknown entity. The most curious part is that all these cases appear almost sequential. They happened in various corners of Golarion, but no two incidents ever occurred at the same time. This leads me to think that we are dealing with a single entity, one that has been secretly present in our world for a long time, merely changing its gateways on occasion. While I do not know what this entity is, I managed to find something of great value. A Varisian arcanist managed to pick up the trail of the Other and invented a ritual to weaken and bind it. She died under very suspicious circumstances. Her decapitated body was found in her laboratory. Her head was never found, but a note survived, including the description of the ritual. I have discussed it with several highly esteemed experts in magic, and I am inclined to consider this a reliable weapon. We can use the ritual to lure the entity out, bind it, and probably exterminate it. But to do that, I need your assistance, Commander. I'm only going to do this if it's not going to hurt Darren, and it's not going to affect his magic casting. Because I kind of need him on my team, you know. What do we need to do? We must carefully prepare the ritual and then bring Count Arenday to the designated location. The ritual will lure out the other, weaken its connection with the Count, and bind its essence to our world like an anchor. The last part is especially important. All the evidence indicates that while the gateway is active, the other can travel freely between the material plane and some unknown space that lies beyond. If we fail to bind the other with the ritual, it will either escape or, in the worst case scenario, drag us into its realm. Hence we must lure it out, and then, I suppose, defeat it. There is one more issue. Aside from the fact that we'll have to fight this incredibly powerful and horrifying creature, the other's suspicion must not be aroused until the very last moment, and that means that the Count must know nothing as well. The best course of action would be to take the Count to the designated location without telling him the reason for the journey. Then we must frighten him and make it appear that his life is in danger. The other will believe that its gateway is in peril, and then, I hope, it will show up to protect it. The ritual circle will work as a trap, but it is crucial, and I stress this, that we convince the entity that we know nothing of its existence, that it is Darren who is in danger, not the entity itself. Otherwise, there is no knowing what may happen, and I don't want to give the adversary any chance to outmaneuver us. How on earth are we going to make Darren appear to be in danger? Why do you think the other will appear to protect Darren? The Count has been in danger many times before and nothing special has ever happened. You have a special connection with your companions, Commander. You shared part of your mythic power with them. They journeyed through the abyss with you and survived to tell the tale. I believe the other understands this. It also must understand how dangerous it would be if you were to become not a benefactor, but an enemy to its gateway. I am certain that it will react to a threat coming from you, as opposed to ordinary encounters with demons and cultists. Ah, I have to turn on Darren and pretend like I'm going to kill him? Oof, our relationship's not going to survive this. How dangerous is it? It's extremely dangerous, which is why I've come to tell you this. I've come to you with this. All the evidence I've collected on the other, in particular the list of its victims, which include powerful demons and strong mortal mages, make me certain that we are dealing with something extraordinary here. It is stronger and more dangerous than Baelors and other generals of the Abyss. I also suspect that the oracle powers the Count has developed come from the other. Wait, it's just going to be me killing it, isn't it? Plus Ivy. Shit. Are you going to help Leota? Ooh. As a rule, only gods, imperial lords, and other extremely powerful beings are capable of granting such abilities. I know no one except for you who could challenge such an entity, so I'm asking for you to help, for the safety of all who dwell on Golarion. However, I believe we can shore up our strategic position if the other doesn't suspect we're preparing a trap until the very last moment. Even the most dangerous of creatures become more vulnerable when caught off guard. The main thing we must do is to take a methodical approach and stay alert. I think that is within our abilities. Are you sure that this other is hostile toward us, and all this time it has never tried to attack me? I am certain that this entity is dark and truly evil. The evidence of my instincts as an inquisitor are undeniable. Wherever the other manifests itself, strange and ominous things begin to happen. In particular, I'm positive that it is responsible for all the magical decapitated corpses. The ones that were found at Heaven's Edge after the tragedy, and in Canabras after Discari's attack. In both places, some of the corpses belonged to civilians and others to demons, and in Canabras, some of the victims were cultists. I am convinced that the other is pursuing some interest of its own, and thus far it has ruthlessly exterminated any who learn of its existence. And now, you and I know that it exists. Draw your own conclusions. If Darren is at the gateway, can't we just slam this gateway shut and leave the other on the other side? We can, by killing the Count, the Inquisitor answered simply. But firstly, I'm not sure that the other won't try to protect its gateway, and in that case, we would have to face it unprepared. And secondly, I'm opposed to the idea in principle. Sometimes Inquisitors must make hard decisions. I have made a great many in this lifetime. For instance, I can kill a person possessed by demons if he or she is at imminent risk of taking many lives, and I have no time to perform an exorcism. But in this case, the situation is not so critical. We have a way of fighting the other. I will not agree to commit cold-blooded murder, not even the murder of someone as disgraceful as Count Arenday. Come now, don't be like that. Thank you. Trap for the other has been revealed. Now let's go over the operation once more. I'm convinced that we must lure out the other somewhere far from Dresden and other populated places, to avoid civilian casualties. I have chosen a suitable location within the Worldwound. I'll mark it on your map. You must bring the Count there without alerting him to what's about to happen. I assume that another foray into the Worldwound will hardly raise his suspicions. Bring Darren to the place marked by the Inquisitor. One final breath. I will await you there, with the ritual cycle prepared. But before we reach the crucial moment, you must make the Count and the other believe that the Count is in danger. I suppose the easiest way to do that would be to tell him that you made a deal with the Mendev Inquisition, and the Count will have to face punishment for his crimes, real or imaginary. I'll find a way to intimidate him, but you must play along. We need to provoke the other to come out to protect its gateway. That's when we finish it off once and for all. Oh, again, my relationship is not surviving this. This case will be my greatest triumph or my greatest failure. but I firmly believe that it must be done. Remember my words. The other must be convinced that we are not a threat to the Count, and that we know nothing of its existence. That slightest suspicion could prove fatal for us. Until we meet again, Commander, and may the gods be with us. Oh my god, it just keeps going. Dorgalinda. Good to know you didn't abandon me. Hail! Dorgalinda's one eye is red from sleepless nights on the job. The supply situation is improving, but too slowly. Once the Fellows of the Crusade lost their connections in the Quartermaster's surface, they switched to dealing with the cart drivers directly. Each supply caravan loses a cart or two on the way, and its driver tells us tall tales about how they were attacked by demons, or how rocks swooped in and carried off an entire cart. We catch these jokers, but it's getting out of control. We can't get them all. We need to change something in the system itself. I propose we have inspectors from the Mendavian Treasury travel with each caravan. Someone experienced, someone who's ready to answer for the delivery with their life, and who knows how to keep the cream away from the cat, so to speak. There's a simple rule. If you can't beat them, lead them. We'll drop a hint to the brains of this lot to stick to us and fall in line. If they don't act up to too much, they'll get their new uniforms and extra rations, and we'll get the loyalty of some big-name leaders among the soldiers. So soldiers are stealing from their own comrades, like cats. What was it you said, Dorgalinda? Like the cream that got the mouse instead of the cat? In any case, this is wrong. We must convince them. Let the caravans be accompanied by priests. Why does everybody throw priests at everything? From the capital, under their eyes of warriors will be ashamed to eat. We overlooked their antics when it was just clandestine trades, but theft must be dealt with quickly and severely. What does land actually... The bandits must be brought to heel. I don't mind the treasury workers, to be honest. Yes, Commander, I'll send the letters today. They'll have plenty of work in Dresden too. They know their business, and they'll help us keep the army organised during marches. It will be done. I hope our caravans will be safe from now on, but I have a feeling this won't be the last time we have to convene the council to address a problem relating to the fellows. That bodes well, thanks. Yay! Now, what the hell has been going on in my absence? What a mockery has she made of my army? Please tell me all my people are where I left them. In the state I left them in. I spent a lot of money on that. And I have much more to spend now. Inquisitor Leota seeks a meeting with the commander. Yeah, we already dealt with that. Report. Thanks to the power of the Wardstone residing in Dresden, the demon siege was much less bloody than it could have been. Enough soldiers survived in the citadel to form a fighting detachment waiting for the commander's orders. The Golarion slaves rescued by the commander and Lucianera are infinitely grateful, and they are ready to get even with the demons with weapons in hand. Good to know. The gladiators from Lucianera who came with the commander to Golarion are ready to continue to fight for the glory of their master. Oh my god, did I just get like 20 bajillion units that I didn't need? Dacries, studying the unusual crystal. The crystal commander came upon holds many mysteries. Experts on magic and relics may be able to shed some light on some of them. Hey, it finally tells you how long it takes. Or is that just this one? Yes! Finally! Finally! Hey, morale hasn't gone and tanked. Great. Yeah, you can study the crystal. So I've got diplomacy and logistics. Do I have anything else that I care to do? That's morale. Removes units with a total value of 500. Whatever. No. That's also morale. Oh, no, that's the Azatas. Azatas, sorry. And that's just repeatable. Yeah, okay. I think I should probably build shit in like every single location. But oh well. I want to get to the global map already so I can do my army. In fact, I think I might just duck back to the global map before I level up. Because I kind of want to just get that sorted. I'm keen to see where we left things. Between the lines. What even is that? Don't know. I'll come back briefly. Da, 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 da. Alright. What is between the lines? Oh my god. Back to this clusterfuck, are we? Bring Daring to the place marked by the Inquisitor. Visit the Hell Knight outpost with Rachel. Deal with the blacksmith. I don't know where he is, though. How am I supposed to deal with somebody I don't know where he is? Well, it's not timed, I suppose. Wind of Change. Meet the Free Crusaders. Okay. Heart of the Fallen Land. Find Queen Galfrey. Your bones will join the myriad others. That sounds delightful. Find the entrance to the... Yeah, I don't know how to do this, though. The portal that leads to his realm constantly changes location, appearing here and there to disgorge a few new demon army before vanishing once more. It must be reached at the exact moment it opens. How are you supposed to even do that? A refuge from the presence. Find Captain Sailkind. Cascade of Fire. Find Mutasafan. Near a drained lake in the heart of the Worldwound, southwest of Dresden. I don't even know how we're going to find half this shit. Between the lines. Show Garfi's letter. Oh, yeah. Do I have enough stuff for the storyteller, by the way? I hope I do. So we've got to go there. Meet the Free Crusaders. What have we got here? Demonstration of loyalty. Permanent. I have loyalty to whom? Myself? Oh, that button. Helps if I hit the right button to move. Got a level 7. Okay, we can finally see more of this corner of the map. The question is, can I now travel there? Do I travel that way? How do I get there? Because you didn't let me go across previously. Can we now go from here? Closed portal to inelectable prison. Okay. If it's closed, what use is that going to be to me? I need it to be open to be of use. Another demon army there. Another demon army. Oh, that's the level 10 one I don't care about. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey! Sailkind might be here where his patrol perished. That's possible. It was of use. It was of relevance to him. I think we should just do the harder mystery instead of waiting. We should just go do that at some point. Anything on this side? Hey, I didn't even see that before. Kind of seems like a wasted corner on the map, but then again, that is Mendev, and no one cares about Mendev. Doesn't seem to be much more that way. Okay, so we've got another closed portal to inelectable prison. Trap for the other. And oh, that's where it is, but we can't go there. We've got to find the entrance. Hey, there's a lake. Weren't you mentioning a lake that was emptied? Southwest of Dresden. Oh, wait, there's eyes. Oh, wait, hold on. There's the blacksmith's workshop. And there's eyes to find Galfrey. Wow, so much is open to us. I don't know what to do first. And nothing's appeared in the middle where I've already been? No? No, but we're going to go back to the Hellknight's Outpost, okay. And then I said I'm keen to explore up here because I know that some of the puzzle thingies are over here somewhere. In this vicinity in the Stone Wilds. So I do kind of need to go here, but I kind of feel like I should send an army ahead. Find the path. God, there's so much to do. Anyway, and by the way, they updated here that, you know, that little exclamation point. It now pops up at the beginning of every week to tell you that, I'm sorry, bring that by me again. 60. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Are you for real? That bitch took my armies with her and my general? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?